Welcome to week 5 of the Black Ops 3 Perfect Alliance League. This is day 1 of week 5. And of course, I am Maze, joined by Fattern. And guess what, Fattern? We're not wasting any time. I know the viewers have been waiting to get in on this Ban and Protect. And that's exactly what we're going to be able to do, is go
Yep.
into that. And then while we're in there, you can tell me how you're doing today, of course.
Oh, I'm doing well. It's a Tuesday, and for me, Tuesday means it's almost Wednesday. Wednesday's hump day, which is almost Thursday. So we're pretty much at Friday. We're at the weekend. So I'm feeling good.
Well, I am glad that you're doing fantastically well. I'm also having a lot of fun today. Had a busy day, but I'm glad that I'm here to be able to cast some competitive Call of Duty here tonight. But right off the break, during that Pen and Protect system there, you were able to see that the HCXD was immediately targeted by Johan. And for those of you who are just joining the stream here and are wondering who is playing under that Team Vigor roster after the major roster changes, you've got Johan still the first starter there for his team. And of course, you've got Holler, who came over from VQ. You've got Mayhem, who came over from EZG. And then you've got Destiny there wrapping up that Team Vigor roster. So interestingly enough, that's what you got there. But the Ban and Protect is going very interesting, to say the least, right now.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got the first, like you said, the HCXD being banned out of there. A lot of people like to use that, can clear out a hard point or at least get some good info. A concussion gets banned, the flashbang gets protected, and then it's immediately countered with a attack mask. So it's interesting to see how that plays out. Are we going to be seeing a lot of tac masks? Are they even going to bother running flashes if they know their team has tac mask? But it's nice to see someone actively playing off what they put in. You know what I mean? Usually you just see like a team knows they want to ban the M8 and they want to do this and this, but that was pretty much like a reactionary thing. Like, oh, they protected flashes, so let's go ahead and protect tac mask.
That's absolutely right. And that was the best counter that you could ever go for, because that pretty much nullifies yet another pick for, that possible ban later on. So a good ban and protect phase going through. Of course, you're starting to see the specialist draft is in full effect here as well, Fattern. And the Purifier is going to be utilized on both teams. That's something that you usually don't see for Breach Hardpoint. Usually you'll see that Heat Wave be the only fire break specialist ability or weapon to be used. But this time, you've got the best of both worlds, as Holler has the fire break, and so does Mayhem for his squad. On the other side, you have got Roasted and Shelly with their fire break, and it's going to be exciting to see exactly how they'll be able to utilize that.
Yeah, to me at least, it's a little surprising it hasn't been used more, the actual Purifier on this map. I mean, if you think about it, you have the first hard point, which is in that middle like hut area, or I'm sorry, it's the palace area, correct? Well, either way, my point is there's, I think, 3 or 4 hard points that are pretty much inside, like
Yeah,
really contained areas. So using the Purifier, if anything, you pull that thing out, it lasts so long. It's
it
got to
does.
last at least almost 30 seconds.
The main thing you want to really do with that Purifier, to be honest, is to make sure that you are already in control of a hard point when you have that equipped, because that's when you're really going to be able to do the most amount of damage. Of course, the Heat Wave is the complete opposite of that. It works best for breaking hardpoint hills and getting those kills, especially if you're that lead player going in to break the hill and setting the charge for that particular break. So interestingly enough, we're going to see both strategies utilized on map number 1, which is something we haven't seen in quite some time, probably since the beginning of the Black Ops 3 season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this. I like that everyone's matched up with both their specialists. And I love Breach. I think you and I mentioned this is one of the few maps that I think has. They don't play CTF on this map, correct?
CTF is played on
Or
Breach,
it is played.
yes.
I guess I haven't seen it very much, but like evac, it's one of the ones that has all 4 game modes apparently. So I think it's such a flexible map, and there's so many different routes to get to where you want to go. So many head glitching power positions, I guess if you want to call it that. So you really see a lot of good positioning and anchoring in this map.
Yeah.
And I guess my biggest thing is that far back like lab hardpoint. Whoever gets control of those spawns, you usually see them pick up almost the entire point because it's so hard to break. You only can come from 2 directions. I think whoever locks down that far hard point is really going to be the one that takes this map.
Yeah, I could have said it better myself there. And to be honest, Breach is one of those maps where it's played on every single game type here in competitive Black Ops 3. And it's one of my favorite maps to be able to watch and to cast, especially for Hardpoint, because after they switched around that number one and that third hill, it makes it so that it's a little bit more balanced for those rotations. And of
Yeah.
course, map one is about to be started here very, very shortly. Team Vigor going up against Phoenix Pro. Both teams doing the best to get up in the standings. Of course, Team Vigor is third in the league. Meanwhile, Phoenix is seventh and trying to get themselves an improvement in that standing here this evening. And that's exactly what we're going to be able to see, as it's going to be a Team Vigor team that started fast, but Phoenix able to break the hard point. And just like that, you're going to see that they're in full control and getting the time.
We've got some peculiar classes over here. You got Teddy rocking that SV, or the, the Draken with the thermal. I think you and I saw that last week. And then Roasted is using the Vesper, which we don't really see too often anymore. But again, so many small close quarters hard points. It's a pretty good weapon to use.
It is an excellent weapon to use, and it's something that we never expected, as you mentioned before, and now it is going to be utilized quite effectively on top AC there by Teddy, as he is just lining up shots. But his kills are going to be more important off rotation at this point, because this is where the rotation is going to have to be in full effect. And as there's just 3 seconds remaining, it is a 2-point game, now a 3-point game. And it's going to be Phoenix that makes it their first, but they're able to take down Teddy on that anchor spot. And that is exactly what Team Vigor needed to do to solidify this hard point here in Lockers.
Hats off to Johan over here. Now he's throwing the flashes. The flashes have come into effect. He's going to get taken down by Teddy himself. And it looks like Teddy kind of smartened up there a little bit and decided not to use that Draken anymore. It's only really good for really long engagements. Probably not so much for the back of the anchor spawn. But right now, Vigor doing exactly what they need to do to get inside this hard point. And this is the one right here where you just rack up points. It's so hard to bust into, and you can see where Phoenix is now spawning. And if they manage to break through like they have here, they still have to push out these back spawns. So right now, I'm impressed by Phoenix being able to break this hill and not, just get taken for a ride.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They were able to do that, and now it is going to be 55-42, as that is going to be Phoenix that's getting the scrap points. But they need to make sure that they get this rotation early on here. Teddy's having himself a good game as he switched over to the M8, but he's got a kill to pick up. He gets taken down. Holler inside the hard point, picking up 2, and Johan helping him out as well. This is exactly the perfect way to rotate over to that Palace hardpoint. And Holler's not done yet. He's got yet another kill, and he is on a 3-kill spree and finally gets shut down by Shelly, as those trades will go through. But Team Vigor still able to sit in that hardpoint.
Yeah, and you can see they have a nice, I guess if you want to call it a traditional hardpoint setup. In terms of having 3 SMGs and then having Johan run the M8. The only reason why Johan has any time there is because all of his teammates died. He had to get a few seconds in the hard point. But other than that, they're playing very well. 3 SMGs getting very aggressive inside the hard point, and then Johan holding down the rotations. And you can see they're already getting there early. Having that nice little chunk of lead allows them to play a little bit more freely. But if they're going to get killed off spawns like that, you can see that Phoenix is going to be able to hopefully regain a little bit of map control here.
Well, that's exactly what they're trying to do at this point in time. Vigor gets 4 down, and just like that, it is going to be a dominant way to rotate yet again. Phoenix has just missed every single rotation. They seem to be playing for scrap time and then trying to break those hard points, and it hasn't worked up to this point, as it's going to be Team Vigor that passes that sentry point mark, and yet another kill will go through, but this time Trink is able to outlast Holler, and just like that, it's Team Vigor making the plays they need to, and it's going to be Johan that's in a 2-kill spree inside the hard point.
Yeah, he's doing great work right now. 14 and 8 with 16 seconds inside the hill, and the rest of his teammates are not slacking at all. Evans 12 and 7. He's got that purifier in one of these small hard points, and he's got 3/4 of it left. So this is gonna be real dangerous. And like you said, pretty much Phoenix is playing for scrap time here. Now they have to actually give up this scrap time and go to the next hill, which does not bode for well. They're going to be doubled up here going into the second rotation of hard points. Actually, we're not even there yet, and it's just really not looking good. Vigor with the freedom to go ahead and rotate early if they need to, and you can see Evan picking up another purifier kill. And just like that, they wipe Phoenix out of another hard point.
Yeah, this is just really running away from Phoenix right now. And Holler, utilizing that Purifier to break the hard point, and it paid off because he already had it equipped. He didn't have to equip it while going into one of these entrances here. And now you're going to see that the other Purifier is going to start coming in. This time it's Roasted living up to his gamer tag and gets the kill, and is really needing this because this is a deficit that Phoenix really needs to make up. And Holler is there to really play spoiler and at least get 1 or 2 trades.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the difference between Purifiers right there. Roasted got, I think, 1 kill, and I think Evan got about 4 or 5, as Roasted is just dominating with that Vesper once he gets up close. But that specialist right there is pretty much the difference, if you want to call it that. Getting 4 to 5 kills and controlling spawns and hard points versus 1. I mean, Lethal, or not Lethal, excuse me, Vigor just playing so well right now, outslaying everyone, not team killing like Phoenix just did there. I don't see them slowing down it ever for the rest of this map.
I really don't either. The positive thing going on for Phoenix is that they're able to sit inside that center hard point. But when you've got Johan really locking down top AC, it's going to be very difficult to set up those spawns. And that's how you see an easy break coming in for Team Vigor there again. And of course, it's going to be Holler, that main objective player inside the hard point. He's almost got 2 minutes all by himself inside that hard point, 1 minute and 43 seconds to be exact. That's exactly what you want to see from your OBJ.
Not even just that, but I mean, going almost double positive. He's 3 kills shy, double positive right now, and you're the guy that's having the most engagements because you're in the thick of it. And if you can go, any OBJ, if they can go positive, or even like with a 1.5 kill death ratio, that's insane, because not only are they getting you all the points you need, but they're staying alive, so then the rest of your teammates like Johan can focus on those rotations and those off-spawn kills, and they're making it look really easy right now.
Oh, they absolutely are, as they are just 50 points away from being able to close out map number 1 here. Phoenix, though, trying to claw their way back as they are about to reach that 100-point mark. And it's going to be Shelly that's doing all the work himself, able to break the hard point with that heat wave. And now the trophy systems are ready to take some of that grenade out of play, or those grenades out of play, I should say. And this is going to be a positive play coming in for Phoenix, but they have to make sure that their rotations are crisp from here on out.
Yeah, if you're Vigor right now, if you make one more push right here, you can see they're trying to coordinate something as Destiny's in the back right here. It looks like he got him off spawn. But then after this, you pretty much just give up, go to the next hard point. And, Phoenix, great job. This is the hill to start to make that comeback, because they got, what, like 45 seconds off this, if not more. And, now they only have a 60-point deficit. If they can bust out this rotation here and kick Vigor out, we've got ourselves a game.
Well, we got ourselves a game because they were able to get that rotation for a second, but then Team Vigor was able to slide in and contest the hard point without any issues whatsoever. And I was looking at the minimap the whole time and saw, hey, these guys probably have this rotation. Unfortunately, Phoenix is getting outslayed completely, and now it is the home stretch here for Team Vigor as they're just trying to solidify this victory on this hard point.
Evan just had one of the most devastating kills. Not only did he kill someone off a wall run, the person with the kinetic armor didn't see where he was. He turned around and pretty much hip fire headshot at the guy to kill him. And that could have been, we all know how strong kinetic armor is, something you could use to break that hill. But at this point, there's really not enough. They've got the trophies set up in here. Evan's 25 and 18. Johan stepped up. He's 25 and 18. Now 26 and 18 for Evan with over 2 minutes. He's got another Purifier, but does get taken out by a teammate there. Pulling out the Purifier, just going to make sure he kills something, but, very impressive stuff by there in Vigor in Game 1.
This is a very strong Team Vigor, and of course, this is their new roster. So they're out here really trying to prove that their new roster has what it takes to clutch up and win these respawns, and my, did they not disappoint. Their rotations were perfect throughout, and of course, they end up with that 250 points before Phoenix even gets themselves enough points to even contest long enough, and that's how they're gonna seal that victory for map 1. Of course, week 5 is just getting started here for the Perfect Alliance League, and man, what a way to really start this week off.
Yeah, I mean, that was very impressive by Vigor. Like you said, brand new squad coming together. I'm sure they probably played with each other at some point, not as a team, but they obviously are very good amateur players. And they've been around for a while and putting it together. And I'm assuming this is probably their first real match together, or at least on our stream. And to come out and go ahead and dominate like that, it's got to feel really good.
Yeah, they do